Hello, this is Chloe Wilson, and I will be sharing Therapy Rabbit becomes part of the Uville Home Care Team. So this is not my final video, but this is the example I will be using. And I'm also going to be linking the video just in case you can't hear it, and I'll be pausing it when I'm answering questions. Okay, so the first question that I'm going to go ahead and tackle is the environment. So, is this environment similar or different from my intended field of practice? So, the environment does align with what I plan on doing. I would love to go to nursing homes and assist elderly people struggling with dementia, memory loss, and just helping their quality of life. During the struggles that they are having as they age. So, the rabbits will give them excitement, it will provide them comfort, relief, and overall give them something to look forward to in their daily schedule. And in this video, the rabbit does live in the facility. I plan on traveling with my rabbit and then bringing it back home with me, but I do love how they incorporate the rabbit into their schedule. So there is a lot of similarities that relate to my intended field of practice. So now moving along to the next question, how is the video similar or different from my actual field of practice? So this video is similar to my field of practice because I do intend on traveling to nursing homes with a therapy rabbit to provide patients with comfort, relief, and improve their quality of life. By giving them the opportunity to socialize with an animal that they can actually relate to. Because, as the nurse says in the video, they actually easily relate to animals more than they do people, and it allows them to start socializing. And so this exactly is what I want to provide for people in nursing homes, and I will be a handler. So I would be working alongside the registered nurse as seen in the video, handling the rabbit and advocating for the rabbit and the patient, while the nurse performs her therapeutic goals with the patients. And my intended therapeutic goals also align with the video due to the activities between the patient and the rabbit. I want to incorporate feedings and grooming, like brushing the rabbit and participating in organized activities while the nurse is holding the rabbit. And all of these interactions provide people with comfort, ease, relief, social interaction, motivation, attention, and joy to the patients who struggle with memory loss, function loss, and a change in quality of life. Adjusting to, being home with your family and now you're in a nursing home. That's a big adjustment. So the rabbits can provide them with some excitement and some joy into their daily life. So let's keep on watching.
To achieve a specific goal.
I'm going to go ahead and pause it again and talk about my intended species and if it is similar or different than seen in the video. So I kind of similarly relate breed-wise. In the video, this is a large breed rabbit. I'm not exactly sure what kind of rabbit it is. It seems like it's a crossbreed of some sort, but I do plan on using a Flemish Giant rabbit. And I also have a Tamig rabbit who is just such a people person, and he is definitely qualified under all of the AAI best practices under pet partners. So I plan on using a Flemish Giant and a Tamuk Rabbit. Um, this is because large breed rabbits tend to have an extremely docile personality, and that makes them great candidates for AAI due to their ability to calmly interact and willingly interact with patients. As seen in the video, this rabbit is just laying down. This is not a rabbit that has a very exciting personality to where it's jumping and scratching, especially when we have elderly people. I mean, they're frail and they have very thin, sensitive skin. I don't want to use a rabbit that is going to jump and scratch and be hyper. I need a rabbit that's going to just lay there and be able to be maneuvered. And also, the species, the Flemish Giant and the Tamuk Rabbit, are a great size because they're cuddle size. They're great for cuddling, holding in your lap, and I need them to be able to be maneuvered easily. And even though they're big, it won't be a problem because I'll be setting them on the patient's lap. And from there, they will just be petting, grooming, and feeding them. So I also plan on, I think I said this before, but I'm going to travel with my rabbits. So they won't be living in the facility. And I also intend on providing blankets, brushes, and pillows while interacting and socializing, just to make sure, just like in the video, how there's a blanket over her lap. Rabbits do have nails, even if they're trimmed and everything, they still can be a little sharp. So I will be incorporating that as well.
Barbara would say, take me to my rabbit station where she would sit and talk to the rabbit. You know, black, because that's what my dad.
Okay, we're going to pause again and talk about best practices and how this video aligns. So this video demonstrates many standards of best practice for AAI, including the active supervision from the nurse, time accommodations. The rabbit has a safe space with all the necessary materials. There was proper safety measures taken, and they chose a rabbit that had a great temperament, was very calm, and it was clearly handled and bonded to the nurse. And the rabbit also had core obedience skills. The rabbit was seen to have a playpen with a hutch that had food and water and an area that the rabbit can be alone if need be, which protects its welfare needs. The rabbit was also accompanied by the nurse closely the entire time through the interactions, but it did not mention her to have any animal credentials or specialized knowledge on rabbits, so that is a concern. But again, it could just not be shown in the video considering it is only 1:50 or 2 minutes long. So if she doesn't, that would be a concern because the handler should have knowledge on the species and the behaviors, AAI specific trainings, and handling credentials to align with AAI best practices. Though it is unclear whether she had those trainings, she did demonstrate responsibility for the rabbit, and the rabbit was clearly well cared for with the proper housing, diet, and did not appear to be handled wrong in the video. The participants during the interaction were visibly cared for and handled well. The interactions didn't jeopardize the rabbit's welfare or the patient's safety, so that is amazing. So let's go ahead and keep on watching.
She's been very well accepted.
Okay, so I'm just going to pause this and I'm actually going to take it back a little bit. And we're going to talk about the welfare of the rabbit, which the welfare of the rabbit seemed to be very well taken care of. The rabbit displayed very calm and content behaviors. It was laying down, stretched out. As you can see, ears are up. And if I even take it back a little bit more, let's say right here, you can see that the rabbit is stretched out long ways and ears are up. So if the rabbit had, ears back, teeth showing, even here, laying down, ears are calm. So honestly, even here, the rabbit isn't uncomfortable. I don't necessarily agree with the way that she's picking the rabbit up. Rabbits don't really like to have their legs exposed like that, but the rabbit still seems to be okay. And here, again, that is a calm, happy rabbit. So that is a good sign of welfare implications. And also the rabbit was cared for. As you can kind of see in the background, the rabbit has a hutch, and it also has an extended playpen. And then later in the video, the rabbit also has an area that's kind of centered away from people, which is great. If the rabbit wanted to get away from the situation, she could go up there, eat her food. She has water, so that's all great. The rabbit didn't show any aggression. The rabbit liked to interact with people, and that is really important when we are focusing on the welfare of the rabbit, making sure that they actually enjoy these interactions and they're not just putting up with it. And yeah, let me see, what other question do I need to... Okay, I think I covered everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is one of my favorite out of the few videos that I had seen. So I hope you guys enjoy, and that is all.